Welcome once again to the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Today we're going to be focusing on, what else? The fourth Republican presidential debate. But before we do that, we're going to give a shout out to some very, very special people on their very special day. Hi, I'm Phil Taylor Jones, your host, and we're going to be covering a couple of things today, and it starts right now. You know, I remember my grandfather, very strong-willed and very caring person. He served his country in the Air Force and later in the reserves, and he was proud to do so. He was happy to do so. And like many of you out there who have family members who have served or are currently serving, let's take this time out on this Veterans Day to pay homage to those wonderful people that give us so much and protect us and keep us safe, so far away from home, so far away from loved ones and family members. Thank you for your service, ladies and gentlemen of the armed forces. We salute you on this, your special day. Thank you so much. Having said that, knowing that our current administration doesn't really have admiration or respect for our armed forces, we look to those that are aspiring to be commander-in-chief. Like many of you, I watched the debate, the little small one at first with Christie, Huckabee, what's his name, Anush, or something. I refuse to call him Bobby. Bobby is an American name, and this guy, he doesn't, in my opinion, represent Americana. He looks like he'd be snake charming or something. And besides, I don't like his little filthy attitude. And
Piyush.
Oh, Piyush.
Yeah, Y-U-S-H.
Piyush Jindal. And I forgot the other fellow that was on there. I know it was Huckabee, Christie, Piyush Jindal, and Santorum. Pretty good debate. One of the moderators asked a stupid question, and it was shot down by the group of four. In my opinion, watching the debates last night, there was one clear winner, once again, in my opinion, and that was Mike Huckabee. I think the question was geared around taking in refugees as a humanitarian effort, and he hit the nail right on the head. And if I sound a little funny, it's because I'm battling a cold here. He was stating how we are in so much trouble with the homeless situation ourselves, not being able to take care of our own citizens and our heroes that have come back home are on the streets. So why would we go headlong into accepting people that, one, don't know our culture, don't respect our culture, won't assimilate to our culture, and have a distinct hatred for us? He went on to say that a lot of the people that are in the host countries now, maybe 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 are of Syrian descent or from Syria. Most of them, they don't know where they come from. What their background is, whether they're Al-Qaeda or ISIL or whatever. So why would we want to accept such question marks into our country? Better yet, those countries that are over there where they are should be the ones that pick up the slack. And if we want to do the humanitarian thing, then we should maybe send them a little money or, medicine or whatever they may need. That's America's part. America should not be the end-all, cure-all for the world. We're not here to police the world. We're not here to pick up the slack for the world. We're here to take care of our own citizens, which we have been very derelict in doing. So Huckabee, very stand-up guy on that point. The only thing that gets me about him is his religious affiliation. If he could somehow not drop it, but maybe put it on the back burner and contemplate more about what needs to be done for this country, concentrate on the issues at hand and not so much Bible thumping, he could maybe get the nod from me. then the big guys came on, all 8 of them, and what can I say? It was very lackluster to me. You know, they're talking the same old stale game. Number one, I think the Republicans have scheduled too many debates. You know, maybe 2 or 3 is good. It kind of sets the stage. It lets you know on a nationwide public stage who they are, what they represent. But I think any more than 3 is now overkill, because if you look at Trump, he's up there talking about he's going to build his wall. He's going to leave a big door in it so that the people can come back. We don't need a door. Just build a damn wall and let these foreigners stay out once you get them out. Then you got Jeb Bush. He's preaching his same old rhetoric, you know, and I must say, you know, I would really hate it if that guy got in as president. You know, remember that old warning that our parents gave us, stay out of the bushes? I think that's applicable here. We don't need any more bushes. So this guy is totally, you know, off my radar. Cruz and Rubio, you know, they kind of bounce back and forth with the same old stuff. Ben Carson, he's there. And, you know, I really like Ben Carson. He has this demeanor about him that is just folksy Ben Carson, you know, like just a good old doctor that you go to. And that espouses itself in whatever he says or does. I kind of like that guy. Snarly Fioriana, she seems like she's there for one reason, and that's to take down Slithery Clinton. I don't see her as being too much. Hold on a sec, producer's trying to get my attention here.
Speaking of Slithery Clinton, that's what she had to say on Twitter.
And if anything's clear from last night's GOP debate, they don't have a plan. They just hate mine. This is from Slithery Clinton herself. You know, so I mean, folks, politics as it goes, it's a joke in this country. In fact, politics probably is a joke around the world, and everybody knows it. But getting back to these candidates, then you had Rand Paul. What can I say about Rand? He's all of them are just there. And the one that really gets on my nerves, the 2 that I think should have been together on the same debate stage, this John Kasich. Oh, what a jerk this guy is. He and this Jindal, they're like little pit bulls who go around trying to nip at the heels of the other ones, trying to start something and get something going. I'd love to see those 2 together. Why don't you bring Christie back to the main stage and put John Kasich over there with Piyush Jindal and let them gobble it and tear each other apart. You know, the moderators for the second debate, the big guys, did a very good job. They stayed on their subjects. They weren't trying to incite, you know, a bunch of crapola. But I mean, I think now these debates are overkill, you know, because they're unless they come up with something really new, we've heard it all before, and it's boring. In fact, I didn't really. It was on, and I would glance at it, you know, every now and again. I was busy with some stuff other than the debate because I've heard it all before. So I think if there was to be a clear winner, that would have been Mike Huckabee. You know, he said a lot of things that made a lot of sense. And like I said, if he could somehow separate his church from state, he might be, you know, somebody to kind of look at hawkishly. But for right now, here are Phil's picks. If I had to go to the polls right now, first would be Ben Carson. Second, and this is just based on, you know, what's been said and, you know, what appeals to me personally. Mike Huckabee, Christie, and possibly Trump could round out that bunch of 4. But as for the other ones, I would not want to see Jeb Bush anywhere near any White House, let alone the one at 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. Piyush can still Piyush down there in Louisiana, as far as I'm concerned. John Kasich, if I'm saying his name right, can stay in, excuse me one second, can stay right there in Ohio. Snarly Fioriana, if the best that she can offer is to be in there as a slithery Clinton beater, then, you know, those 2 girls can maybe go out in powder puff land and duke it out. We certainly don't need that kind of stuff in the White House. Rand Paul, I don't know about Rand, and certainly no Bushes. Stay far, far, far away from the Bushes. And this Cruz fella and Rubio, they don't do it for me, you know. So that's my spin on it. I hope we've seen the last of the Republican debates, because it's becoming a rebate, you know, something they keep giving back, you know, and we don't want it. They've done enough, you know. We know who they are. We know what they're about. So what they need to do is start honing their plans. And like I said, they need to get Kasich out of there and Jindal, because they don't do anything but snarl up the proceedings and keep people from understanding what's really going on. If they want to fight and snarl, then go out in the backyard or in the junkyard and be 2 junkyard dogs and snarl and bite each other's heads off. But to the extent possible, and for the betterment of the Republicans, I think they need to concentrate on what they need to do as a group to get these Democrats out of office, because we certainly don't need 4 more years or 8 more years of what we had in O'Bastard. So that's my spin on this latest debate. To all you veterans out there, this is your day, and all of the country should respect, appreciate, and admire you for what you do on this day and every day. Stay safe and take care, and thank you for joining us on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.